Black Dahlia, the girl who never came home. In the glitzy underbelly of 1947 Hollywood, one young woman's nightmare became America's most infamous unsolved murder. This is the story of Elizabeth Short-Black Dahlia. A tale of ambition, brutality, and a killer who taunted the world and got away with it. Buckle up. This one's not for the faint of heart. Elizabeth Short was born in 1924, the third of 5 girls in a working-class Boston family. Her father vanished in 1930, after his car was found empty by the Charles River. Little Betty, with her bright blue eyes and dreams of the silver screen, grew up idolizing movie stars. Bronchitis kept her indoors, but Hollywood called from afar. By 18, Betty was chasing stardom, bouncing from Massachusetts to California, working odd jobs. She fell for Major Matt Gordon, a dashing pilot who proposed by letter from a hospital bed in India. Tragically, he died in a plane crash before they could marry. Heartbroken but unbroken, Betty landed in Los Angeles in July 1946. Haunting Hollywood Boulevard nightclubs, she turned heads with her jet-black hair, red lips, and that signature flower in her hair. January 9th, 1947. Betty hitched a ride back to L.A. with Robert Red Manley, a salesman she'd been seeing casually. He dropped her at the glamorous Biltmore Hotel downtown, saying, "Call me when you get home." That was the last anyone reliable saw of her alive. For the next 6 days, Betty vanished into the city's fog. Until one fateful morning, January 15th, 8 a.m., a neighborhood mom out for a stroll spots something grotesque. Elizabeth Short's body drained of blood, washed clean, and mutilated beyond recognition. Bisected at the waist with surgical precision, her face slashed ear to ear in a Glasgow smile. The killer had posed her like a macabre centerpiece. Arms raised, legs apart, the city erupted. Hundreds of officers flooded the scene, quickly realizing this was no ordinary crime. The press descended like vultures, printing sensationalized details that fueled public panic. The killer sent mocking notes to the LAPD, detailing the crime with chilling accuracy. Suspects emerged from every corner, including respected surgeon, Dr. George Hodel. But the trail always went cold, leaving only whispers and unanswered questions. Autopsy later confirmed blows to the head caused her death, cerebral hemorrhage from the shock, chunks of flesh carved from her thighs, breasts marked with deliberate cuts. The city reeled. Reporters swarmed like vultures, dubbing her the Black Dahlia. But why Dahlia? And who could do this? The LAPD threw everything at its 750 investigators, storm drain searches, a $10,000 reward. Over 150 suspects grilled, 60 false confessions poured in. The killer toyed with them though, promising souvenirs. Then came the envelope. Betty's belongings wiped with gasoline, just like her body. More notes followed, promises of surrender that never came. A note saying, "I killed the Black Dahlia." A fake suicide note was scrawled on Venice Beach. The press went feral front page for 35 days straight. They hounded Betty's mom, Phoebe, tricking her with fake beauty contest calls. Sensational headlines painted Betty as a man-eater in sheer blouses, fueling the myth. Leads? Stonewalled. The cuts screamed surgeon. Storm drains hid nothing. By spring, the trail went colder than a mortician's slab. Links to the Cleveland torso murders of the 30 Seconds were noted due to similar sadistic flair. Or LAPD corruption? Sex fiends in the shadows? Theories exploded like flashbulbs. Was it Mark Hansen, the nightclub boss Betty crashed with? He had her address book motive, rejected love? Red Manley, her last ride, was polygraphed but ultimately cleared. Over 500 names floated: Bugsy Siegel, Orson Welles, but 0 stuck. Then Leslie Dillon, a shady bellhop tied to hotel heists and crooked cops. Did Betty know too much? Woody Guthrie even penned suspect lyrics, showing the cultural obsession. The Dahlia became a ghost, haunting Hollywood's underbelly. The intensity of the hunt slowly dissipated into frustration and cold case files. Or the big one, Dr. George Hodel, a brilliant surgeon with a dark side. His own son, decades later, accused him using wiretaps and evidence of those eerie medical cuts. Hodel fled to the Philippines, untouchable, suggesting guilt. Visual theory webs connect the suspect to the precise nature of the crime scene evidence. But the killer, whether doctor or madman, always remained out of reach. Nearly 80 years later, the Black Dahlia case remains LA's oldest cold file. Betty Short, the girl with stars in her eyes, reduced to a tabloid tragedy. Was it a jilted lover, a mad doctor, or a monster in the machine? We'll never know. Her story warns us. In Tinseltown, not all spotlights are kind. What do you think happened? Drop your theories in the comments. If you like this dive into the dark, smash that like button, subscribe for more animated true crime. Rest in peace, Black Dahlia. Fade to credits. Runtime, 12. Sources, Wikipedia, FBI Archives. Animation style notes, 1940 seconds, inspired cel-shaded style for noir vibe.